Welcome back, everyone. When we left off, we had just finished the Monkarama dungeon. And now we need to go sell off all that stuff we picked up. And talk to, I think it's Brother Moser. Yep, Brother Moser. Alright, let's dump our inventory. Alright, and let's talk. Donut trade. Holy Covenant. I don't understand. Land of Dreams. Know ye the place where the dreamers go? Yes, O land of the dreams, what be thy name? Alright. I also noticed I was still carrying around the Fool's map, which I don't need, but I will show you what it is before I throw it away. Read. This map is a sketch of a vast wilderness and drawn within a trail which ends with an X. So there's nothing special about it, and I'm pretty sure it's referring to either the Ratkin forests or the endgame forests. But I don't know that anybody's ever figured that out. Just drop that. We don't need the moonstone anymore, so we can drop that. Alright. The Palace of the Grand Melange, the Land of Dreams. The lighting is low, seductively illuminating the inner chamber of the palace, and deep in the background you hear the enchanting melody of some stringed musical instrument, softly twanging as it accompanies the haunting sing-song of a flute. The den is quite immaculate and exquisite, from the silky colored veils which hang from its ceiling to the many exotic fantasia of murals which adorn its pristine walls. Its atmosphere is sweet and perhaps a bit thick with the scented fragrance of incense, though not at all unpleasant. With mild surprise, you turn and see a quiet figure, standing where there was none a minute ago. What is it that you seek? Inner dream. Actually, let's just see if we can figure out. Land of Dreams. And those that cannot walk the land of dreams walk land of the living. You are not ready to walk the land of dreams. Alright, let's see how we're supposed to figure this out. Not from that. I'll have to go back and read how I'm supposed to know these things. I tried to learn them from Brother Moser, but he didn't tell me what I needed to know. Inner dreams is the right answer here. And those that cannot walk the land of dreams walk the land of the living dead. You have learned well the lessons of those who would dream. Our membership fee is 500 pieces of gold. Do you wish to join? Yes. Then you are welcome to come as often as you need. You must find your own place here, for only in your own place will you be able to walk the land of dreams. No one can tell you where that place will be. It is something you must find for yourself. And remember this warning. If in your dreams you see a black door, you must turn and not go through. It is the passageway between the realm of life and death, and if you enter, you will be trapped, lost in the land of madness, where you shall endlessly wander forever. Do not forget the black door. So it's recommended that we cast the direction spell for this so that we keep track of where we're going. All right. Up 1, you notice a funny smell in the air, and it makes you feel a bit lightheaded. 2, 3, 4. The room is clouded with sweet, hazy smoke, and a shimmer of swirling colors makes you feel strangely dizzy. From out of the whirl, something begins to take form. Dream Weavers. An old monk is lying sedate and serene on a mat upon the floor, surrounded by many curtains. Puffing on a long stem pipe, his eyes still closed, he parts the curtains as you approach. In mesmerizing tones he begins to chant, "Life is but a dream, all seek, but do not find. They run the endless chase. Do you know how to catch the horse? It runs the endless chase. It is by watching it, to see where it is going, that you see where it will be. This is how to catch the horse. This is how to catch a dream. How now shall row your boat. Life is but a dream." Then the old monk is silent for a moment, when suddenly his eyes pop open and he snaps his fingers. 2 nymphs suddenly appear from out of nowhere and join him on the mat, cooing and softly pampering him. Smiling, he gives you a wink, then draws the curtains closed. You stand there aghast, as if dazed, not flinching. Then furiously jerk the curtain back. But there is only an empty mat, and the sweet smell of a fragrant smoking pipe. The room is clouded with a sweet hazy smoke, and a shimmer of swirling colors makes you feel strangely dizzy. From out of the whirl, something begins to take form. Nightmares. Splayed in an uncomely fashion, in the corner lies a ragged beggar-looking monk, eyes rolled back into his head, and drool running from out of his mouth. He is thin and gaunt, pale and dirty, and his odor is foully pungent, even at several paces' distance. You surmise that his abuse of this establishment has led him to this condition, and you note how viciously such intoxications and addictions seize the soul, dragging one down the desperate path. A voice from behind you speaks, and you peer into the shadows. A figure emerges, his voice barely audible. You strain to hear. It is a trick within a trick, and a formidable combination it is. Those who are trapped seek escape, and the path to escape yields but further entrapment. Thus are all fooled, and the escape they crave forever eludes them. They attempt freedom from the suffering of their life, while it is from themselves that their bonds are sustained. The trap is not the chains of life. The trap is the prison of themselves. Do you know why people like to laugh? It is a taste of momentary freedom, and to be able to laugh at oneself. It is the ultimate act of freedom, an act most difficult to do. It is why escape remains so elusively hidden from all but a very, very few. Then the figure walks away, fading into the shadows. You turn back to face the pitiful wretch in the corner, but nothing there remains. You glance back into the shadows, and then back into the corner, and sense that there was something familiar about the two. From deep in the darkness, you hear the laughter of a distant monk, its echoes eventually fading into the quiet of the den. Let me see if anything different comes out of that chest. Nope, it's always that. Okay. So if I had a bard, might be useful. But I don't, so. The room is clouded with sweet hazy smoke, and a shimmer of swirling colors makes you feel strangely dizzy. From out of the whirl, something begins to take form. I don't know how bad these guys are, so I'll just use level 2, just in case. Lots of unaffected. That could make it interesting. Okay, so mostly just damaging spells. Nothing too much to be concerned about. Sitting upright upon a cushion, drawing smoke through a long supple tube, itself connected to a bulbous vase upon which rests a bowl of burning embers, a sedate monk succulently inhales his voyage into far distant reveries. As you step near, he breaks the silence. Life is a mystery, a puzzle, a riddle, a rebus, an enigma. As you live, you discover some of its pieces. Some you know, as if you had always known. Others you do not recognize and discard. But all is a part of the puzzle. To unlock its secrets, remember that all is but a piece, and not the puzzle complete. Each man, each woman, all dwell in a grand collage. That which you fear is but a piece which looms in the shadows. That which you believe is but a piece that you cling to in safety. All of this is a part of the rebus of life. No one shall ever solve it for you. No one shall ever know you, but you. To behold the puzzle is to gaze into the face of the unknown. To solve the puzzle is to walk the infinite journey. Then the smoke billows profusely from his pipe, and soon the room is clouded with a dense haze. When the fog lifts, he is gone. A little pouch is all that remains, tiny on the floor. Reaching to pick it up, you hear his voice whisper inside your head. Doo-dah! Brother to Shober. You have any maps? Nope, you just got heavy heels. A sense of dread and foreboding comes over you as you descend into the room, a sensation distinct from that of the palace. Though the area appears empty, you feel a sinister presence, something dark and dangerous and deadly. Your thoughts tell you to leave this place, but something here seems to be drawing you in, enticing you to stay. The door is ebony black, cold and unholy, and from it emanates an aura of doom. You feel it pulling you, urging you to pass through. Alright, let's walk through. You step into oblivion. You are falling. 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 And then you are falling no longer. All is quiet and black. Though you can feel a solid surface beneath your feet, you see nothing, and all around you presses the deep void. A vision of burning flames appears in the distance. You draw closer to the fiery blaze, and you see there is something burning in the flames. It is you. The fire swells, and suddenly you are surrounded by faces from your past, faces of those you have both loved and slain. Their skin bubbles, and their eyeballs swell, and they explode as they scream. And you watch as they turn into a host of blackened, charred corpses. Their screams become a mad cackling, and as they crumble into dust, you see arise within the flames huge buildings and structures. And you sense that the structures mean something important, but watch as they too crack and fall into the burning inferno. The flame congeals into a flaming ball, and from its smoke and ash forms a sphere of spinning firmament, which begins to orbit around the burning mother. And you look upon the sphere as its surface transforms, blossoming an infinite variety of features. As soon there are other spheres, and then behind them still others, and then 1,000 suns dot the black sky. A million planets swarm past you, racing through the void, and time itself seems to accelerate as you witness the birth and demise of nations and whole worlds. You gaze upon the evolution of life as it streams through the galaxies, birthing and growing, warring and dying, and soon the shapes become a blur until they finally collide in a tremendous explosion, and time itself becomes exhausted and collapses. And then all is still and black again. You are falling, falling, falling. You are no longer falling. Alright, now we're in a loop. So, to get out of this loop, merge the pastille with the pipe. And now we're going to use the pipe and pastille. You puff on the pipe. As if by magic, the mix starts to smoke. Puff, puff. It doesn't appear to be having much effect. Not too much. Forward. Vision of burning flames appears in the distance. You draw closer to the firing flames. It is something you do not recognize. It is something new. It emerges from the flames, and the fire diminishes. It is something beautiful. Moving with perfect grace, it appears before you. I am the spirit of life, and the spirit that unites all creation and destruction. Your eyes have beheld the magnificence that is life and the emptiness that is non-life, and this no mortal mind was meant to hold. For this is the seed that is the root and heart and mind of all living things. Be not afraid, for you have earned the right to choose for yourself, and choices matter little for aught else. For though it is through your acts and the acts of all life that the universe breathes, it is the breathing itself that is the necessary life-giving force. Now you may choose a path of divine power to assist you. Will you take the sword, the staff, the gown, the ring, or the stone? Sword is good if you didn't have any stuff that you imported in, but this late in the game, you're going to get rid of it soon anyway, so it's not a big deal. Staff, eh. Ring, eh. Stone, eh. The gown is what you want. So be it. And she gives everybody increased piety, and then I think everybody increased karma too. But soon shall you open your eyes and remember that no longer. For such is the nature of mortal minds to forget so that it may see again. This is why everything dies, to be born anew, in each blink of an eye, in each life of a man, in each birth of the cosmos. Fear not that you forget. It is each new moment of life that you should remember. You stand in a pleasant courtyard. The air smells fresh, and the playful sounds of practicing monks sing in the breeze as they move and frolic in the open grass. Soon one of the young monks sees you and gives a slight cry, pointing in your direction. All of the other monks stop and turn to look, and after a brief pause, wildly scramble into the adjacent ancient dojo behind them. Alright, so now, this gown of divine mail. Pretty cool stuff. So, usable by bishops. So, fighter, priest, ranger, Valkyrie, bishop, lord, samurai. So if you didn't have a bishop, samurai is, well, I guess priest or ranger, but bishop is really where these things shine. And they are cursed, by the way, but that's okay. No, do not invoke its special power. It'll go away. Alright, so now you see she got -6 armor class in chest and legs, which is pretty good for a bishop. Zenzeng, School of Five Flowers. Upon entering the dojo, you look upon the wide-eyed faces of the eager monk students who seem quite curious about your appearance. You hear a loud hand clap. In the blink of an eye or two, the young disciples make their best attempt at disappearing into the nooks and crannies and crevices of the house, and with the exception of an errant foot or portion of a robe sticking out here and there, and for the few occasional giggles, you could almost be fooled into thinking there was some small chance the dojo might be empty. But to make up for the obvious deficiencies in the obfuscationary efforts of the students, the master of the house appears so suddenly at your face that you decide to believe he came out of thin air, rather than to consider the possibility that anyone could really move that fast. Slay not he that cannot hear. Be thankful ye hath an ear. We wish you well, good brothers, but only they that follow the holy path may enter herein. Oh. Slay not he that cannot hear. Be thankful, ye that hath an ear. I see you are learning well the virtuous ways of the holy path. I have been expecting you. Have you obtained the holy work? Yes. Ah, very good then. May I have it? Yes. Good, good. You have done well. You must now decide whether to pursue your own course, or whether you wish to continue your journey along the holy path and learn the ways of the 5 flowers. If your destiny bids you elsewhere, then you will remain as faithful brothers, and I shall help you in your endeavors. Should you choose the path of the 5 flowers, then shall I do my part to teach you, but you must be prepared to make sacrifice. Do you wish to learn the ways of the 5 flowers? Yes. Then so be it. The School of 5 Flowers accepts you as initiates. In the mountains of Ukpir, seek the Rosis, the Plumek, the Leon, the Mythia, and the Heavenly Dahlia. Once you have gathered them, return and find me here. There is also a trove of special regalia in the back room, which you are now entitled to wear. You may take anything you find useful. Alright. Now, he's the guy that you can buy ninja gear from. And samurai gear, it looks like. So, let me check out this real quick. Body. Domaru. Domaru is AC of 6. And I'm currently wearing a flak jacket, which is AC of 9. Okay. So what about for legs? Domaru legs, 6, and I'm currently wearing stud chassis, which are 8. Okay, so don't need those. And I don't need anything else that he sells right now. Okay. The dojo is empty. Really empty this time, with no trace of the young monks or the Master Zeng to be found. A full set of ninja gear and the black belt of 5 flowers. Now, if you did not have a diamond ring, the black belt of 5 flowers is probably one of the best specials you can get for a ninja until very late in the game. Actually, almost to the full end of the game. AC -3. Alright. And now, just so you see where we are, we are now in the northwest corner. Alright, let's go back to New City. Okay, now let's go get the Holy Work. I mean, not the Holy Work, the Legend map. Welcome, my children. Do you seek healing for the body or guidance for the spirit? I think I forgot to ask Zenzang something because I'm supposed to know Holy Sacrament. Thy virtue doth shine as radiant sun. Enter herein and follow the path before you. Please tell me you have crosses of protection. Nope, still just cross of turning. Alright, now, if we didn't get here fast enough, it is possible that the map is gone. In that case, not a big deal. We'll track down who has it. But following my strategy, the last 2 games I've played this out, I was able to get there in time. The chest lies covered with a thick coat of dust, and you wonder if it is as old as Father Relay himself. Prying open the antiquated coffer, you discover a bundle of waxy layers, which you begin to peel away. Under the wax covering is a worn piece of parchment, so old that it has several holes in it, and a writing has long faded away. The legend map. Alright, what do we got here? Still don't have my leather boots. Okay, is there anything else we can drop? Oh, Wakazashi I need to take back. And the Cross of Protection. Let's drop that off. Okay, so Cross of Protection, I'll drop right here. And Wakasashi, there's my weapons. And I don't need the Pipe and Bastille anymore. I should have dropped that over in Munkarama. Alright, with that, I'll finish out this episode. Join me next time whenever we go for the... I think it's the Dane Tower? I'm going to check Barlone again, but if not, it's the Dane Tower. Thanks for watching.